Eddie, we should be out there snacking on bad guys.
Now, if Venom doesn't show up
Yeah.
in No Way Home,
Yeah.
What was the fucking point?
And or Multiverse of Madness.
yeah.
And or
and then it's also like,
Loki
okay,
season
but what does that
2,
look like?
and or
Is he a villain in the movie? Is it a cameo? Is it an end credit scene?
And remember,
is
Venom
he co-starring?
Well,
Who the fuck knows?
well, hold on. There's a couple other things too with the end scene where before there's this whole weird, wacky change and very bad CGI, and he's now in a nice hotel room on a beach or something. Before that whole thing happens, Venom says to Eddie Brock, "Hey, I've been around, or I know, or I have the knowledge of like 82 billion light years worth of knowledge." But he also says multiverse, multiple universes.
Multiverse is a concept about which we know frighteningly little.
He sees Tom Holland's Peter Parker, or says that guy, and then licks the screen, which makes me wonder, does that mean Venom, the symbiote, knows of this character or this thing known as Spider-Man?
Spider-Man's name is Peter Parker. What the?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the impression, at least. Or, you know, maybe he's just into him.
he says that the symbiotes, they can communicate or they have information across like all the dimensions. So I think it was you or maybe our producer who said like maybe he's communicated or has information from Topher Grace's Venom. And so that information is aware of Spider-Man, and he's seeing this version of Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and it's like, oh, this feels familiar, and he's delicious, I guess.
That would actually be kind of cool if all of the Venoms are able to communicate or share like a shared consciousness.
Well, that's what they say. It's a hive mind.
It's
right?
a hive.
So does that mean? Wait, let's get crazier here. Does that mean the 1990s animated Spider-Man
Why the fuck not?
series with Venom, right? Could show up. Like, how cool would that? That's X-Men or Juno.
Oh, right, you're right.
I mean, that X-Men
but
is
that
part
X-Men
of.
is- yeah,
they're on the same. They're in that
communicating
animated
all the
universe.
time.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna talk. How about we go digging for an explanation?
What an interesting plan, but how about this one?
As our producer pointed out, Venom is part of the Sinister Six, and a lot of the villains that have showed up in the Spider-Man trailer have been members of the Sinister Six.
We only saw 2 villains in that trailer.
Well, you could say you've seen up to 4.
In the trailer?
You see, there's a potential Sandman, Electro.
Wait, how do you
Where
see
was it?
Sandman?
Oh, Electro and Sandman in the same.
There's a sand thing, and then
In
there's
the
lightning
background,
coming
and
up.
then there's lightning.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was just global warming.
Yeah,
That's what you could say Sandman and Electro are. Then you also see, obviously, Goblin. You see...
Well, you see a goblin ball. You don't see a goblin.
You hear the... so it's implied. You see Doc Ock.
Hello, Peter.
And then also that some people think you potentially see the lizard. There's a shot where Tom Holland is in a suit and there's like a growl behind him and he kind of jumps, and it's some type of big figure masked in darkness. But some people think it's maybe
Lizard.
It's the lizard from the Andrew Garfield movies.
Nice.
From The Amazing Spider-Man. If Venom does show up in this movie and he is part of the Sinister Six and a straight up bad guy, especially because so much of this movie, the Venom symbiote is like, let's be heroic, let's eat bad guys.
I will let you eat everybody.
Promise!
I promise.
Oh, yeah!
Obviously, he's, more of an anti-hero vigilante type of
Well, what did they call themselves at the end?
the lethal protector.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So maybe they view Spider-Man as something bad. If we go down the path and think that the symbiote Venom has a connected hive mind across multiple dimensions, and let's say Venom is aware of what's just happened and they are in the prime Earth or whatever, then he could see Spider-Man as lethal because he caused, in a way, this dimensional jump or whatever, and that's bad. So therefore, be lethal and remove him.